So we've had a new all-time high for Bitcoin. Here's what I believe is going to happen next. Let's do it. So we're going to start here on CoinMarketCap. This is about recording 12. Obviously, being on holiday, come back. It's not as easy as it was before I went away on holiday to record these videos. But the total market cap of crypto globally is up 1.21% in the past 24 hours and stands at $2.6 trillion. Bitcoin briefly hit $70,000, a new all-time high for Bitcoin. It doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon, and I will come on to that in a moment. But currently Bitcoin is at 68,190.47, up 1.24% in the past 24 hours, but up 9.86% in the last 7 days. So yeah, it's doing very, very well, and we'll come on to that in a moment. I will just touch on Ethereum. It's at 3,911.35. It's up 14.51% in the past 7 days. And I did do a video before I went on holiday just over a week ago. I think Ethereum was at about 2005, 2007. I did say to expect $3,500 Ethereum. We're at 3,900, just over that now. So yeah, look, hopefully people made some money on that prediction. But let's get into Bitcoin and everything that I think is going to be happening next. So we got Bitcoin obviously breaking the $70,000 new all-time high set, new record. And look, I do want to say that I don't think the things are going to be slowing down anytime soon. I remember in the last cycle, a lot of influencers were talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. And I think that this is actually achievable. I think that this is something that a lot of influencers got a lot of stick for, but I actually think they were right. I just think they were really, really early with their prediction. They were a cycle early at the end of the day. I really do think that $100,000 Bitcoin is likely to be achieved this cycle. $70,000 before the halving, I think, is pretty remarkable. And this market is very, very different to historical markets. Now, I still think that we're going to see lower prices than we're seeing today. I want to be really clear on that. And I think there's some really interesting black swan events that are possible, right? The grey swans, not black swans, and we'll come on to those as well. So this is a really interesting video. I do want you to stay until the very end. There's a lot to be covered. But look, whales aren't selling, despite $70,000 Bitcoin being achieved. So addresses holding at least 1,000 BTC are climbing again, despite the price reaching over $70,000 for the first time. Again, this is just signals to me that it's not going to slow down anytime soon. The other thing that I would highlight is about BlackRock, and I'll come on to that in a moment. But mainstream haven't even got in yet, right? All those people that left in like 2021, 2022, and haven't been seen since, and new people coming in, that hasn't happened to the extent that I expect it to happen. So this is just very, very early stages, and maybe even not the bull run. And I think the Fed are likely to pivot Q3. I've said this for over a year, and when the Fed do a pivot, stocks and crypto crash. So just be aware of that. But there are some other things that we will come on to in this video that I think people need to be aware of. We got Bitcoin at $100,000 forecasts are looking more realistic in the options market. Again, this is a lot to do with institutional aspect of things, and a lot of these predictions, they're very realistic now, with BlackRock and all these big entities getting involved. We got the SEC. Gary Gensler says crypto rife with abuse and fraud as Bitcoin surges to a new all-time high. He just won't drop it. I don't really understand, Is he just trying to stop your average Joe, getting wealthy in crypto by, casting a dark shadow over it? Possibly. There are so many people actually out there that, do just believe the government. When the government say something, it's got to be the truth. And it is a sad world that we live in. But let's come on to the other black swan, right? And Bitcoin black swan event potential, how the return of Satoshi could pose a $75 billion threat. Now, basically what they're saying here, and it is really interesting, it's an interesting take. He has $75 billion worth of Bitcoin from the early days. And if he was to come back, he could potentially just, get rid of all of this Bitcoin. He sell it all, $75 billion. I mean, I don't know where that would put you on the world's richest list. It's got to be right up there. But look, what I would say is, it'd be a very wealthy individual, and that would decimate the space. Could you imagine? Now, I don't think that this is going to happen, but I am very, very conscious that it could happen, and it is something that people should know could potentially happen. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on that in the comments below. I wanted to highlight this: Sky News, BBC, talking about Bitcoin, talking about how it works, talking about the all-time high just being achieved. I think that these are signs that, mainstream adoption, mainstream media are highlighting this stuff, and people are going to start to roll in very, very early, very, very early. I thought this was an interesting one. I wanted to just cover it off. UK police officer caught lying about crypto bags, banned from the force. This is basically when you enter the UK police force, they do their due diligence on all of your investments and all this sort of stuff. He lied about how much he invested. He lied about his involvement with other people that he traded with. And he was claiming he was an amateur investor. So look, this is really interesting. I mean, he only really did transactions of 4,000. I think that this is shocking, to be honest. But look, the state of the police force in the UK is awful, in my opinion. He's probably better off out of it. Maybe he should go full-time into crypto. It's just my thoughts and opinions. But it is lawless here in the UK. I want to be really clear about that. One of the reasons why we are moving to Dubai, because you're safe there, right? And you're not really safe here in the UK anymore. Look, there is a lot going on. I'm literally day one back off of holiday, recording this video super early. So much news to still cover off for you. Nick's away next week, so I will be picking up some more videos on the main channel as well. And yeah, I've got some really interesting stuff planned video content wise. So stay with us. Let us know your thoughts and opinions. Join us as a member at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗢𝗪𝗀. Really do rate the community we've got there. Lots of trading signals, our buys, our sell alerts, our staking movements, buy and sell zones, all that sort of wonderful stuff. And yeah, technical analysis on request, project reviews and ratings. The list goes on. There's just so much value to be had there at such a reasonable price. Go check it out, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗧𝗖𝗢𝗪, link in the description of the video. Hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.